Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here. I've just got a few little things to share today and to give a couple of people some shout outs. I am still on my beaded kick. I will no doubt get back to my paper crafts in time, but at the moment it's my beads that are giving me the hugest amount of pleasure at the moment. And in front of me is one of the projects that I've just finished, and this is now what does she call it? This is a Diamonds Are Forever Superduo scarf. Now this is not my design by any stretch of the imagination, but I am the proud worker-upper of the pattern, and the pattern is designed by a lady called Caroline Lloyd, who is a member of a group that I belong to on Facebook called Seed Beads and More. She kindly donated this pattern to members of the group, but I believe the pattern, you can buy the pattern on a bead shop, which I can't remember which one it is, but you'd need to just put into your search engine if you were interested, Caroline Lloyd beaded scarf, and I'm sure it would take you to where you could purchase the scarf if you don't belong to Seed Beads and More. Now this is absolutely gorgeous. You can't guesstimate the weight or the time it's taken to put this beauty together, but it is two kinds of bead essentially. The background bead, which is this lovely gold lined green, I can't remember what it's called, sage green perhaps, but it is a gold lined seed bead, and then the Superduo, which come in two colours. This is one of the colours, and it's half silver, half glass, so you've got this lovely shimmer and shine to it. And then the other colour is this racing green, I want to call it, or a Christmas green. It depends on where you come from and what you make of colours. I've fitted it with a silver toned toggle clasp because it is not a terrible weight, but you know, it's all glass beads, so it needs something nice and sturdy which will make it feel secure when it's being worn. And it's also reinforced again using the Superduo beads and the seed beads. You can see this, the clasp is not silver, but it is silver toned, and they are identical, so it fits on simply by passing that main toggle clasp, the main bar, through the actual toggle aspect of the clasp, and that just fits in there really nicely. I will be putting this up on my little bead page. It's not a shop, but it is a selling page on Facebook. But as always, if anyone is interested, but I have to say it's not a cheap purchase. It's hours and hours of work, and over, if I can remember, over 140 grams of glass beads, so it really is quite significant. But I did enjoy putting it together, and I've enjoyed seeing it in its finished state. It really is very lovely, very tasteful, and you just put the clasp on with at the back of your neck, and then this folds like so around the front and looks like a beaded scarf as it's worn. Very pretty. It would make a very nice gift for someone. I then went on to bead this, which is a design by Julia Ashford, and it is a lovely little star which could either be added to a Christmas journal or onto a Christmas tree as a tiny little decoration. It's not stiffened, it is malleable and does move, but in the main scheme of things it will dangle. Not that I can show you very well, it will dangle quite nicely. And that one is going to go on my little shop. Well, it's there already, but I've not priced it as yet. So that's another little one. And this again is Superduo seed beads. This fine check nib bead, which I'll show you up close, and it does look a bit like a pen nib, I guess you'd say. All the beads are glass, some are Dura-coated to give that metallic effect, and then inside here are these gorgeous little crystal beads that just add a little bit of glam and glitter to what is essentially a very, very pretty ornament, or dangle as you would choose to place it. And here I've made another bauble decoration. It's not my usual, it's one that I've put together myself, so there is no pattern to it. I just started working on it and decided I would just go through it, and it is teardrop pearls, tiny little picot edges on the bottom of the pearl. I don't know if you can see it there, it's all, I don't know if I can come in a bit closer, and I'll probably lose you all together then. There's this lovely little picot 3 bead finish at the bottom of the teardrops. The netting again, as you see on a lot of the beaded baubles, this won't actually be interchangeable, but I wanted to use this muted colour on the glittered bauble, and it really does look very, very nice in reality. It then comes down to this lovely little area on the bottom here, so it is totally secured, and again you have this 3-tier pearl effect, which is a bit vintagey, I guess you could say. That's what it put me in mind of when I was working with it, with the little beaded dangle bit. Again, on my little bead shop or bead page on Facebook. But if you're interested, then there's nothing to stop you. I'll leave my email below this video, and you can of course drop me a message there if you're interested in any of these little pieces. And then finally, and this is by another very clever lady who is very, very popular at the moment, Carole Ohl, and her pattern is available on Etsy. You just put in beaded tape measures, which is in essence what this is, and I've used 3 sizes of black seed beads, these new style beads which are called Iris Duos. They're all check, it's all glass, everything about this apart from the tape measure is made from glass. It's a cloth tape measure, so it's going to go on and on and on, and would make such a lovely gift for someone if, you know, that was what you wanted to do with it, or indeed a special little self-purchase for yourselves to cheer you up a bit. There's no pressure here. I am just inviting you to look and see the hours of work that have gone into these little projects. I'm loving it at the moment, but my beadwork, as anybody who follows me regularly knows, is one of those transient things. I do what I do and then I go back onto the papers again. It's difficult to know when you've got time on your hands what is the best way to spend that time, but it is a retractable tape measure, as you can see. I was going to put a little something here, but it's a nice tab for holding, and again is totally beaded right across the whole of the tape measure. So I hope you've enjoyed sharing this time with me and seeing these beaded projects. They are really, really special projects and designed by some very, very clever ladies, and I am very proud to have purchased their patterns and then gone on to make up these wonderful items as I've shown you today. So, you know, thanks again, as I say, for sharing this time with me, for taking the time out of your busy schedules and so on to pop in and have a look. It's always good to see my new and constant subscribers, and I will be back again in the not too distant with another little something to share with you. I don't know what it'll be, whether it'll be paper or beadwork. It really does depend on how I feel at the day. But I mean, this is what crafting is all about. You do precisely what you do and what makes you happy, and at the moment seeing all these beautiful beaded projects come together in my hands is a bit special. So take care everyone, stay safe, stay well, and I hope for those that are in a major lockdown scenario yet again that this isn't too much to deal with. It's a very, very odd time, and there isn't a whole lot any of us can do about it except be compliant and hope that some kind of resolution will be forthcoming in the not too distant. So once again, take care everyone. Bye bye for now.